Blowing out candles on her 10th birthday is the last truly happy childhood memory Sophia says she has. 2 days after this photo was taken, her mum Janine went to prison for a crime she didn't commit.
You sort of get that, like when you're a kid, oh, she's playing a prank, she's going to be at home. Looked in all the rooms and was like, no, she's not here, she's gone.
Janine Powell was wrongly convicted of stealing more than £70,000 from the post office she ran in Devon.
When he said 18 months, and just first time I'd ever been handcuffed and taken down, and I remember my legs just going to jelly. And then obviously when I came out, I was on electronic tag, which, like school plays, parents' evenings and things like that, it restricted me from. Plus it was always going off saying that I wasn't home when I was, and the police were on the door at 2 a.m, and you're having to go through it all over again.
She now knows it was faulty software that made it look like the money was missing.
How do you now plead?
This ITV drama told the world how hundreds of sub-postmasters like Janine faced prosecution and prison. Since then, the real-life police investigation has turned on the people that put them there. This is one of 4 regional hubs now dedicated to the post office investigation. And at the heart of their work is a database containing millions of documents. And they're searching through that, looking for relevant evidence.
We've got about 7 people who've been nominated as a suspect. Now, that may seem, well, that's very low, but actually the amount of time it takes to get to that point is really significant. But we're looking at another 45 people who are persons of interest. That will probably climb.
What can you tell me about who those 45 or so people are?
Well, so generally we're talking about post office investigators, we're talking about solicitors, and we're talking about the chain of management as well. So we're building cases here around perjury and perverting the course of justice. They're very serious offences.
How high up do you expect this to go?
We'll see where the evidence takes us. What we're looking at is the decision making right through the chain. And ultimately, if there is a decision making at a corporate level, we will look at that. That
decision-making is also being scrutinised by a public inquiry, which is expected to report back later this year. Until then, police say they can't complete their own investigation.
I do think it's going to be a long while now before we even see any progress in this. There's never been a proper apology. They're not sorry at all. And I just think maybe they should go through what we've all had to go through, know what it's like to lose everything.
Even if people do get convicted, it's never going to change anything that happened. It's not going to bring my childhood as a 10-year-old back. Anxiety, leaving the house, panic attacks, depression, again self-harm, even at a young age, feeling like the whole world's against you.
Even now, I still feel alone. I've never really, I think you find it hard to trust people.
More than 300 miles away and nearly 20 years on, they say they still can't outrun the post office as they wait for someone, anyone, to be held to account. It's impossible to overstate the toll that this has taken on Janine and Sophia over the past 2 decades and the effect it continues to have on them now. Janine's conviction was overturned in 2021, and yet she says it still appears on her DBS record. That's a background check that's used by employers, and she told me that just recently that stopped her from getting a job. Look, as far as the police investigation goes, they are obviously very keen to show that they are doing something. They invited us in with our cameras to see them working with Operation Olympos. That's an operation that was set up 6 months ago. It's got a dedicated team of more than 100 officers working on it, and they say they're sifting through something like 6 million documents. That is why they say it takes time. They remain confident that there will be charges in this case, but they won't be drawn on when that could happen. I got the impression from spending time with Janine and Sophia that they have all but given up hope, really, of getting that accountability, of getting answers, and chosen instead to focus their energy on the only thing they feel they have any control over, and that is still trying after all this time to rebuild their lives.